Well, it is about that time for another information packed episode on Ready, Set, Real Estate. I bet you thought I was going to come on tonight. No, just made some adjustments and I am setting up so where I get to broadcast today from a different location, which makes it all that much more fun. Let me go ahead and put my headphones in. That way we can make sure we've got great sound quality. So tonight we are going to be discussing home search profiles. Home search profiles. And the reason is because I get this question a lot. What do I get asked a lot? I'll let you know shortly. Let me just get through some announcements. So let's do some quick announcements. And then we'll jump into today's topic. We'll keep it short, sweet, and simple, of course. You know how I like it. Short, sweet, and simple. All right. Sound check, sound check. Want to make sure we sound good. All right. How are you? How are you? I am feeling, I'm not going to say I'm feeling stuffed. I'm definitely feeling grateful. And this evening, I want to make sure I'm plugging in some books. Listen, make sure you grab your copy. Let's come here. Let's listen up. Listen up. Make sure you purchase your copy of Just Fell Out of Escrow. All right. Just fell out of escrow. Top 5 reasons a property does not sell. It is a very easy read, and I touch on some of the reasons. Escrow, repair negotiations, appraisals, tenant relocations and evictions, borrows credit or income profile, net proceeds, and I give you the game on creating winning opportunities to closing the deal. All right, so I want to make sure I share that with you. What else needs to happen? What else needs to happen? As you can see, I am still rocking one of my favorite caps, which is the Ready Set Real Estate Snapback. This is all white with the red thread. Really love this one. I'm wearing one of the original hoodies. This is the I Wrote the Book and Started the Movement hoodie, and it has Real Estate 100 on the back. These are no longer available. This was an exclusive that we ran when we first started Real Estate 100, and now we do the Ready Set Real Estate merch. So all that you can get at LASuperagent.com, LASuperagent.com. Okay, make sure you're connected there. What else? We are having Canva Like a Pro workshop. We are having 2 sessions. We are having a live workshop happening in December, and actually it's a Saturday workshop. Word. Yes, your girl is going to be doing workshops. I'm going to do this workshop on a Saturday. So I'm just pulling up the date. That's December 14th as a live workshop here in the greater Los Angeles area, held at Southwest Escrow Community Room in Inglewood. So this is open to anyone who wants to up their game on using Canva for their marketing. That's your digital marketing and your print marketing. So much. I'm only limiting class attendance to 10 people. So we've got some spots sold up already. I recommend that you grab that spot. I'll probably do that again in the next quarter, but we are also doing the webinar that's happening on the Thursday, December 19th. We're going to do a live stream as well. So if you're not available for the live workshop, no worries. If you prefer to learn online, I am making that available. What else is happening? So Canva Like a Pro is happening. So Canva Like a Pro Masterclass is happening. Our next presentation is December 5th. We are having that on live on CRMs. So how to set up your CRM. Our sponsor for that is Exact Contact. I'm really excited about a lot of things, y'all. So good. So workshops, webinars, the merch, the books, the Ready Set Real Estate Club, and loyal supporters join because the special introductory offer that I was offering at $5 a month now ends December 1st. So it's going to go up to $10, and the Ready Set Real Estate Club is going to increase from 18 to 27. So get in while the getting is good. Get in while the getting is good. Definitely want to take advantage. When I say take advantage, listen, take advantage. There are not times that I'm okay with people taking advantage of me, but this time I'm okay because I'm doing something really special, which is offering our webinars, our trainings, our guest presentations. So everything you see me create, you don't have to stress about, hey, I didn't make that one, because as an exclusive member, you have access to it. Like those of you who didn't make the iBuyer presentation, which was off the chain, you now have that as an exclusive, where we talked about what to look for, and I walked you through the building and safety website, and showed you that regardless of what state you're in, there's just some protocols you should take before you close escrow when you're dealing with iBuyer companies, okay? So if you don't hire me, get someone qualified. If not me, someone qualified. It's perfectly fine. What else? I'm looking at my notes here because I want to make sure I cover everything. So tonight, while I'm out of town just a little bit for this harvest week, I wanted to make sure that I jumped on, and make sure you say hi, say hello, drop your comments down below as well. We are streaming live on the Facebook and live on the YouTube, which is super nice. And we're repurposed on radio podcasts everywhere. Keyword Ready Set Real Estate. Remember that, keyword Ready Set Real Estate. All right, I think I just did logistics. I just want to make sure that we covered the loyal supporter. Join for $5 a month. That ends December. And more importantly, this show is a proud supporter of Real Estate 100 Youth Foundation. That is Real Estate 100 Youth Foundation. Again, learn more, sign up. If you have a kid, listen, the Real Estate Boot Camp is coming. It is coming, and I'm so excited about this. And I'm only taking, it's going to be a total of 50 students per group. So I will be accepting, you know what, that 50 is a lot. I'm going to do 40. And I know I've said this, and I was debating whether I do 20 or 25 kids at a time for the boot camp. It's 6 weeks, Saturdays, 2.5 hours each. We're going to do some amazing things. So I'm only going to take 20. I'm going to remember that. I have to take notes and remember that I said this tonight. So I already have some kids on my wait list. Listen, if you want to get on the wait list, go to realestate100youth.org. There's a button there on the main page that says apply to the wait list under the boot camp. So check out what it's about. And if this is something that interests you or for your child, grades, middle school and high school, the first 20, and then We're going to discuss what the qualifications are to get them to participate. So that's happening spring 2020. Then we're going to do summer. Summer may more than likely is not going to happen here. Summer is going to be happening abroad. So the summer real estate youth workshop is going to be happening abroad. By the way, I'll be in Atlanta for the BBC conference or BBC extravaganza. Really excited about that. And then for fall 2020, we will also do our last boot camp for the year. So that's the goal. I'm very clear about what I want to do. And if you have a community organization that you would like for me to teach or be a guest presenter for, just connect with me and let's make it happen. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. All right. So I'm good. Okay, let's jump into this. Now I get asked this question a lot, and I'm reading it because this was a recent email from a client. And so I wanted to bring it up as a point. So the question is, I have a quick question about this home search, right? So the client says, if you're a borrower client, new buyer, and you're looking for properties, or even someone who's stepping into the investor arena, just kind of deciding, what should you be looking for online, especially because you have online access. That doesn't necessarily mean you understand what you're looking for, right? You look at pictures, you look at price, you've got all these, wonderful headshots of agents on the side, the banners, the bottom, and all this information. You say, great, I think I have all the information I need to make this decision about whether this property is a good fit for me. True or false? False. You do not have enough information to make that decision just based on the online information, because it was designed specifically for you to redirect and contact an agent. I'll say again for the people in back, you do not have enough information by searching online to make a decision about a particular property, because it is designed so that you contact the agent, whether it's the listing agent or you contact the buyer's agent that you have hired to represent you, that you've hired to represent you, that you've hired to negotiate the best price and terms for you. All right. So the question is, am I looking for foreclosed homes or discounted homes? Is that something that would be in my benefit? So looking at foreclosed homes, discounted homes, what are you looking for? Would that be in your benefit as a borrower client, right? Oftentimes you guys say, hey, I'm looking for a fixer. I'm looking for a deal. Everyone's looking for a deal. The days of the deals are gone. No. I say that because I get a lot of people who are looking for, they're looking for the prices back in 1995, when prices were 110,000 for properties in LA. Those days are gone. They are done. Unfortunately. So, by the way, I have a exclusive update that I'm going to share. I just thought about it, and there's something happening with the loan limits increasing. So I want to give that update to our members, so that way so that you know what the impact is in real estate. So stay tuned for that. Check your inboxes. I'm going to go ahead and make sure you get that video this weekend. You'll get that video this weekend on the exclusive. So that's going to be market update for you, exclusive market updates. So this is how I answer this question about seeing, if you're searching online, here's what you want to look for. Here's the keywords, and this is how I train new agents, and this is how I train my students. I give them keywords. I have to ask one thing first. First question, how are you purchasing this property? Are you using cash, private money, hard money, conventional or conforming loan, an FHA insured loan, or a VA loan? I don't deal with agricultural as much, so I haven't had the opportunity yet to utilize USDA loans. It will come though. So the reasons I ask those questions, because based on the online information or your home search profile, I, as a professional, build a profile around how you are purchasing that property. So if you say to me, Lisa, I'm a first-time home buyer and I'm using an FHA insured loan, then that tells me there are certain restrictions that I will be notating when I'm searching online or in our database, or even for off-market properties. There are certain things I'll be looking for, mainly the condition of the property. Is that property habitable? Is that property habitable? Because FHA insured loans has the FHA appraisal that literally has a checklist. And now I'm not even including if you use city funds, state funds, down payment assistance programs that has an even more extensive checklist for that property to qualify for underwriting of the financing of that purchase. Okay. So you want to check, what am I looking for? FHA insured loans, that more than likely may be not an option if you're going to buy probate type properties that need work. Why? Because if you say to me that I have 3.5% saved, probate properties, and probates are a type of purchase where the owner passed away intestate. That means without a will, or even if they passed away with just a will, that wills are subject to probates. If you want to avoid that, make sure you get a living trust and put that in place, and seek a estate planning attorney to help you with that. Need a referral? Go ahead and let me know. I'd be happy to send you to a few qualified attorneys that I know does that. Okay. So probate transactions typically require anywhere from 5% to 10% as a deposit payable to the estate. So if you're purchasing for the first time and you're using 3.5% down, then you shouldn't be looking at probate properties that require 5% to 10% down just to get in the game, just to make a bid on that property. So again, that may not be the ideal fit for you. So keywords to avoid with the FHA insured financing is a probate type transaction. If you are only putting 3.5% down, it's not going to work. If you're putting 5%, 10% down and you're able to pay to play, then we can talk about that. The other type that you may want to stay away from are the ones that says fixer upper, investor profile. Now these are literally keywords that you'll see. Fixer upper, perfect for investor. Why? Because that means it's not going to qualify for FHA. They're letting you know that this is going to take some money to get in here, and the property is not going to qualify for FHA. Typically, you'll see that listing agents are pretty good, especially if they don't want to waste anybody's time. They're going to let you know straight out, hey, won't qualify for FHA financing. Okay, now you know. So that's one to avoid. I wouldn't completely be dissuaded from one that says TLC, meaning, needs some work, a little bit of work, tender love and care. Usually make the conversation or have your agent discuss with the listing agent that you are using an FHA insured loan with this property, and the experience, based on the experience of the agent or their visual inspection, would they consider this property eligible for FHA insured type financing? They'll let you know, and you can save your time, which is another reason I highly recommend get someone to work with you with this, because otherwise you're walking through properties that may not even qualify for your financing. I know that's part of the business most people aren't telling you, but there are some things to look out for, because the financing and the underwriting is very important. Very important. All right, so with FHA, those are some things you want to look out for. Now with the conforming, or also known as conventional loans, they have them available anywhere from 3 to 20% down. Depends if you want to put that much. and depends on where you're purchasing, depends on your purchasing power in terms of your down payment. So yes, they do have 3% conventional loans now available. Imagine that. Times have changed, and that's based on your credit and debt to income ratio. Okay, the debt to income ratio on conforming loans is going to be a lot tighter, stricter than FHA loans, which is typically people you see with more debt use FHA insured loans because it allows you to carry or be what we call highly encumbered. It allows you to carry more debt. But conforming loans, not so much. Now, here's the thing with conforming loans. While it's not as restrictive as FHA loans, there are some things to look out for, and it's the same thing. Same thing. They want to make sure this property is habitable. They want to make sure that you can actually move into this property, okay? Because again, the lender is underwriting the risk of this property and it has to meet certain guidelines. And typically, they have guidelines that will mirror the Freddie or Fannie or the HUD guidelines, excuse me. So they have their guidelines set out. And again, you want to make sure that that loan, that property qualifies for that. So again, you definitely can consider probate transactions, foreclosed transactions like bank-owned properties to the extent of, doesn't require extensive work, right? So you're not going to buy a property that's been stripped to the studs with a conforming loan. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I say that because I just looked at a property and it was stripped to the studs. And it, bank-owned property and stuff like that. So it happens, people run out of money, life happens, and the bank takes the property back and, puts it back on the market. So conforming loans, right? Same thing. Now with VA loans, definitely not as restrictive, great product for veterans. One of the key things you'll have to remember is they will absolutely require a termite report clearance. So be aware if property has termite damage or extensive termite work, that both parties need to be aware that that termite work needs to be cleared. It no longer is required on the other products, loan products, unless it's written in the contract, unless it's included, stated, or negotiated in the contract. And sometimes people do it after. And I think I want to do a section again. We're going to talk about termite actually, because I think as we're shifting into a different market, especially as we shift into a buyer's market in some areas, it's great to now start talking about some negotiating powers, which buyers should be reclaiming. You should definitely be reclaiming as a buyer. All right, because you're putting a lot of money on the line here. So that's important. So with VA, remember, definitely got to have heat. I remember I did a property that the owner took out the heater or disconnected the heater, never used it in the 15 years that he occupied the home. And guess what? The inspection showed that it didn't have a heater and we had to put a heater in. Couldn't get the deal done. Needed a heater. So got to make sure. All right. So that's the FHA conforming and VA loan. And then, of course, if you're going to go private money or hard money, you feel free to shop and purchase those as-is properties. Feel free to jump in the probate dealings, and nothing in that sense is off limits, right? Because it's a hard money loan. What they're looking at is the ARV, right? They're looking at the exit strategy, the after repair value of that property. So you're on the hook for it. Make sure you buy right. And you factor in any repair costs, and you include contingencies in your estimates. That way you don't underestimate, and then now on your exit, you either break even or you lose money, okay? Because hard money loans or private money loans, all they care about is making sure they're getting paid plus interest, okay? Because they're going to get their money. If not, they're going to get the collateral, which is a property, so that they can make sure that they can recoup their investment. All right. So just wanted to come on here, and I'm right on time. I wanted to make sure I still committed to today's show. And I thought this was perfect because I get this question a lot, which is, what am I looking for? And I don't mind clients searching online, but again, full disclaimer, there isn't enough information online for you to make a decision, which is why you have to either contact the agent or have your agent who's representing you inquire further about that property. There's something called agent details or agent remarks, which discloses a lot more information that is shown to the general public. For instance, information about square footage, illegal additions, illegal conversions, death on the property. It will talk about that whether this is a short sale or in foreclosure, whether this is a probate with no court confirmation or court confirmation. Is this a trust? What is the minimum deposit? It will have other information. Does the offer have to be submitted online? Is it a home path property? Is it Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac? It will outline stipulations so that we know how to submit an offer and who would be eligible to submit an offer. So just because it's online, not all properties are created equal. And I know you know that. I know you're sharp. I just wanted to give you the added tip tonight that there are some things that are not available online that will help you determine whether it's going to qualify for the financing that you're using for that particular purchase. All right, if you have any more questions, feel free to text me at 323-488-3265. Again, that's 323-488-3265. And again, if you have found any value in today's show, make sure you go ahead and let me know and drop your comments and your feedback. Without you, listen, what am I doing this for? No. I know you guys are getting a lot of value. So I've got a great show lined up next week. We've got King's Vending. We're going to talk about location, and the vending business. I'm so excited to have him on board. And for those of you that are looking ways to add to income streams, and some of you have asked me during my consultations, what do I know about vending machines? Nothing. Other than it's real estate, nothing. Other than it depends where you put your vending machine, which is real estate, nothing. That's all I know, which is why I'm bringing an expert in his field and has been doing it. And actually, he's got a couple memes that's gone viral, and he's going to be a guest on the show. So make sure you tune in. You are subscribed. You're subscribed, right? Make sure you subscribe. And we'll see you next week for an information-packed, powerful episode on Ready, Set, Real Estate. See ya.